something I think about a lot, which is that our feelings about a lot of things, money very much included in this, come from the culture that we grow up in. And it sounds like you and I, at least in the bare bones structure of it, grew up in a similar way. I grew up in a lower middle class home. I don't know what economic bracket, if you describe it in terms of lower middle class or upper middle class or whatever you would call it, but it wasn't like wealthy. I don't even know if it was upper middle class, what you're describing. Um, but there are very clear messages about the scarcity of money. And I believe that holds people back, because frugality, in my opinion, is not the way to making money or wealth. Um, there are people that save their money bit by bit for their entire life, and then they have generated wealth when they're in their 70s or something like that. I would not call that a very successful thing to do. It's great when you say generated wealth, but I think that there need to be like a lot more playing around with the ideas of what wealth means. In any case, I don't think that it's the best way to make money to be frugal. When you not lose with money like you waste it, but when you think about it as one asset of many assets that you have that are equally valuable, your health is more valuable than your money. So clearly that could be quantified in the same way that money could, since you would buy health with money. Same thing with like relationships. If you could buy like a loving relationship, probably tons of people would. You can't, unfortunately, for many that would like that. So there are so many other resources that are just as valuable or more valuable than this metaphor for value that is money. And I think when you start thinking that way, you'd be a little bit looser with money. And I'm talking to the general person that feels that frugality is the way to wealth. And you would see that you can exchange value in many different ways. And frugality seems like a poor way to gather. Well, does that resonate with you at all, or is that?
I mean, yeah. I find, well, I don't know, like, if frugality means that you're going to generate less in the future than you would if, like, you weren't frugal, because I don't think I've, like, had enough repetition of experience to speak to that.
Right.
But I know personally from how I feel about spending money that I don't feel as good about it when I'm being frugal.
Yeah. Something about it feels wrong. I mean, because you what I do know about you is that you work hard and earn that money to then turn around and be frugal and not, let's say, give yourself enough of a reward that would make you feel happy or well taken care of or something. Would feel like some sort of inequity, perhaps internally. I don't know if it does feel that way, but it would feel that way for me if I was, because I work very hard, and if I didn't reward myself properly, in my definition of properly, then I would feel like I was depriving myself, and it would feel like a mismatch or like I want to say untruthful, but it would be out of integrity with what I feel, what feels right to me.